Hey team, it's Allison. I'm here with an IT update for you. Obviously, we're continuing to have delays in getting ourselves back on a stable platform for Avamark to run, but we do feel like we have an intact network. We've reinstalled Side Notes, which is going to be a huge win and very, very helpful. However, I'm going to remind you that only works if you reply. So please be very, very vigilant about replying to messages so that we can communicate in a stronger way. The next thing that I wanted to share with you is that we are expecting to have further delays in getting Avamark up and going. There's no real roadmap that we've been shared on how long this is going to take and exactly what steps are included, but here's what we're expecting. 3 to 6 weeks that we may be without Avamark. Now, I know that there's some shock factor and some sting to that. However, what I can say is we have operated a very, very successful and thriving high quality practice without Avamark before, without having Avamark in every room before, and a lot of us remember how that looked and how it worked. So my and Melinda's goal today, Tuesday, is to start assembling paper records for clients and patients who are coming in. So what this would look like is, again, today is Tuesday. We're expecting these supplies to come in. We ordered them yesterday. We will set up at the front desk a box of folders so that as a client comes in, we'll put their travel sheet in that folder, we'll make a label with their name on it, and then you can continue to add to that. As you build an invoice and print it, you can add the invoice. As you have a new client form, a growth chart, outside records that need to be included, anything that you would normally put into your client's Avamark record, you would put in this folder. If they have multiple patients would go in the same folder for the same household family that would go under the same Avamark account. If they already have an Avamark account, you can print historical records and put them in that folder. Anything that needs to happen can go into these folders, and we're going to clear off a space on the filing area nearest the front desk, but that's still in the pharmacy, kind of across from where we have our preventative products. We're going to put paper charts there on the shelving unit, and they'll be filed alphabetically by last name. So a folder will have the first 3 letters of the client's last name in big bold so you can see them. And then they'll also have a pharmacy label on the outside that has all the remaining pertinent information for the client. The reason that we're doing this right now is because otherwise we're just tossing things in bundles by date into a box that we'll recreate later. But it makes it really, really challenging to have any kind of continuity of care for patients who have come in between November 5th and now and into the future. So patients who are returning for progress exams or are not thriving, patients who are just having any kind of follow-up care, we don't really have access to that historical information other than maybe some unposted transactions that are in the Avamark nearest the doctor's office. So this is our way of kind of controlling the chaos. This is not a last message or a last stop. This is just telling you what we're doing next so that you can follow along and participate. As we work through this, I'm sure we'll think of better things, better ways, extra details. Maybe we'll figure out that our plans aren't working and we'll be rerouting. So we'll give you that information as it comes up. But this is the plan for right now. I thank you all so much for your positive attitude and your follow through and your teamwork. You all take bad situations and make them good and make them bearable. So thank you. Keep it up. I know that you've been emptying your good energy. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and refilling. I know that many of you have had other stressful days and have kind of vented about it. That's totally healthy. Let's not go any further than just a brief venting. But if you need to talk, come see any of your leadership team, we will help you to fill your cup back up so that you can get out there and keep giving the way that you like to. Keep your head up. We're going to get through this. My last message is I sent out a memo yesterday with a lot of details to remind you guys of what to do and what not to do. A few little cardinal rules that are being broken is the computer nearest the doctor's office that I call treatment 1. That's the treatment room computer by the Humanity time clock iPad. You cannot enter anything into that. Don't add to the calendar. Don't add new clients. Don't add blood work. Nothing like that, because it's not gonna save any of that. So if you've made a new client record, that's not communicating to the other Avamark. Standalone means standalone. It's the only one. So the one on the opposite side, nearest the doors going into the pharmacy, nearest exam room 6, that's the computer that you can add to that's going to memorize changes and save things. But even there, we're printing everything that we add, we're saving, we're documenting on paper additional to that. The name of the game there is building invoices, printing drug labels, accessing medical history. There's not much more outside of that we want you to be doing. Utilize your managers on call if you have questions. If you're not sure, ask a friend. Wave to the camera. You're already on. That's my friend. Okay, that's it for today, y'all. Just make sure that you read that memo and that you follow those rules and really get it. That extra computer is not really for anything except for pre-invoicing, viewing, and printing medical history. Okay, thanks, y'all.